Okay, so welcome to Tales from the Ferry. I'm gonna be your messy gay cousin. So let me introduce myself. My name is Tanner Bell. I've lived in Missouri most of my life. Been around to a few places like Colorado, which was real fun. Ever since I can remember, I've been a lifelong horror fan. Like when you were kids watching Toy Story, I was busy watching Chucky or It or Jaws or shit like that. And I've always loved it. I have loved being scared. Whether it be summoning Bloody Mary in the bathroom during sleepovers or making a homemade Ouija board with my best friend in high school, which, by the way, did not turn out the best. I would not recommend. So, with that being said, I figured why not start a horror podcast? I love horror, I love creepy things, I love real hauntings, and my dreams are always so fucked up that I figured I might as well tell the world. Instead of dreaming about threesomes or like winning the Powerball, I get fucking demons and shit. So here we are, Season 1, Episode 1, an original from the subconscious of my mind. So dim down the lights, let's crack open a cold one, and let's get into this shit. I call this one the Black Void. Okay, so picture it. It is the 1970s. There's probably wood paneling everywhere, shag carpets, and everyone smells like cigarettes and Aquanet. We're in this small Missouri town by the river. We're just going to call it Mayberry for this story. And these four kids, Jason, Eva, Lexi, and Ethan, have been childhood friends since kindergarten. They've been through everything together, the ups and downs, parents divorcing, bad grades, and sneaking vodka into the Gatorade bottles. The usual shit. It's about mid-July. They just graduated high school. They're young, they're dumb, they're ready to get the fuck out of their parents' house, which any recent graduate would be. Probably just to smoke weed and like not get caught sneaking people into their house to fuck. And they had always hung out at the park. Ever since they could remember, this park has been their kingdom, with the broken bench with the graffiti dick on it and the swing set that has this really creepy tone to it. So one night during mid-July, they're sitting at the park. It's midnight or so. They're 4 or 5 beers deep in, just talking bullshitting. And one of them suggests, why don't we rent that old house on Cedar Street? It's reasonably affordable. It has 4 bedrooms. If we all pitch in, we could afford it together. They all agree. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it, man. Like, we've been friends forever. Like, what's the worst that could happen? So, a week later, they meet with the landlord. They tour the house. It's not the best house. Like, the front porch is a little sunken. The siding has mold on it because no one has ever washed it. And there's a funny smell to it, kind of. But they're like, you know what? Fuck it. This is our first house. We're doing this. They pay the deposit and they start to move into the house. As they're moving into the house, Lexi, she's kind of like the mom of the group. She likes things organized, she likes things to have their place. So, with all these empty boxes, she decides she's going to take them in the basement and put them in a nice little row. That way, they could reuse them for later use, blah, blah, blah. As she's putting them down right next to the steps, she notices there's this crawl space, which is under the basement steps and everything. And what's particularly striking out about this crawl space is it's boarded up, it's nailed, and it's also screwed. Exactly with 9 screws and 9 nails. Which would kind of be a big indicator to me to probably not open the fucking crawl space. She runs upstairs and she's ecstatic. She's like, guys, guess what I just found in the basement? Everyone's like, what? What did you find? A fucking spider or a bag of weed, perhaps? No, 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 no. No, there's this crawl space and it's like boarded up. And she's like, not like boarded up, but like boarded up. Like someone does not want us in there. The landlord told us nothing about this, and they all agree. They're like, well, let's go check it out. Jason runs down the stairs first with a crowbar and a screwdriver and a couple other tools. He's the cocky one, the jock, the masculine energy. Like, I don't give a fuck what's in here. He's like, I'm gonna fucking find out what it is. So they're sitting there taking the boards off. He's unscrewing it. They're trying to get the nails out. And it finally pops open. So a blast of cold air comes out as soon as that door pops open. There's nothing but a dirt floor, cobwebs everywhere, and it smells like a dead raccoon and a roll of pennies. Ew. But in the back, there's something covered in this old cloth. So Jason, being Jason, crawls in and digs it out. And this thing is heavy. They have not uncovered it yet, and it's so fucking heavy. It takes 3 of them to pull it out of this crawl space. Finally, Ethan decides to pull the cloth down to see what this thing is, and it is a giant ass mirror, but not a typical mirror. Like, this thing has wood carvings in it that look like it had been carved like back in the ancient times. Like, the outside of the mirror was this pure black wood, these engravings. It looked like something out of a fucking Romanian castle, honestly. And they were a little skeptical about it. And you know how like mirrors, like they like mirror yourself and everything. When they looked into this mirror, it was dark. It was very dark, almost to where they could barely see themselves. It's like looking into a dead TV screen. So this isn't something you'd flip up on Pinterest. This thing is heavy, it's fucking ugly, and it's fucking dark. And what do the dumbasses do? Let's take it upstairs and put it at the end of the hallway. Yeah, great idea, guys. That was mistake number 1. Okay, so they put the mirror at the end of the hallway, and all of their bedrooms are connected in this hallway upstairs. They start to unpack the rest of their things and go on about their night. It's late, they've been unpacking all day, they're exhausted. Everyone decides to go to bed, and it's pretty late. As they're just about to fall asleep, these loud ass knocks start happening, and they come in threes. And it's like someone's in the fucking walls trapped with a hammer. And this goes on all fucking night. Okay, so here we are. It's night 2. Knocking had gone all night, stopped at dawn, as it typically does in most of these haunting cases. So, night 2, everyone's super exhausted. No one got sleep. Lexi had nightmares. Ethan felt like someone was watching him all night. So, night 2, they go to bed super early. And all of a sudden, Dishes crash in the kitchen, and a chair tips over, and the mirror, it's angled differently, like it wanted a better view. And then the whispers start, like hearing your name alone. It's cute in porn, but in real life, it's fucking horrifying. By night 3, there's flies. So many fucking flies. They're crawling around the mirror, fucking buzzing up and down the hall. And the smell, it smells of like sulfur and burnt hair, like Satan was flat ironing his pubes in the fucking living room. And then scratches start appearing on the walls. Long claw marks, fresh every morning, getting deeper by the day. And then they start hearing laughter, like children laughter, in the hallway. But get this, it's backwards, like rewinding a cassette tape. And listen, forward ghost kids are already creepy, but backwards ghost kids? It's like instant diarrhea. Okay, so by like night 5, this house isn't haunted anymore. It's fucking hostile. We got bed shaking, people waking up with bruises shaped like handprints, only a little more disfigured and demonic like. One of them wakes up choking, pinned to the fucking mattress, and listen, that's only hot if it's consensual. Otherwise, demon, not daddy. Another one of them wakes up with fucking bite marks that are cold to the touch. Perfect little half moons on their shoulders. Like someone's just trying to get a taste test or something. The footsteps get louder, heavier, pacing the hallway at night. There's doors slamming, the windows are rattling, there's fucking children laughing in the hallway. And the mirror, it's starting to show things. Not the hall, not their reflections, but their childhood park. The swing creaking, the oak tree, the busted bench with the graffiti dick on it. That's when they realize the mirror isn't reflecting. It's showing. And it's showing them things it shouldn't. One night, Ethan decides to stand in front of the mirror and look at it. Or rather, look into it. He stands there for a couple minutes when Jason and Lexi walk up behind him. Bro, what are you doing? He says nothing. Ethan? Nothing. They walk in front of him and his eyes are pure white. He's gone. Ethan opens his eyes, and he's suddenly in his childhood home, in the kitchen. And you know the vibe. It's the avocado green fridge and the ugly fruit wallpaper, a nightlight glowing down the hallway. And then he hears it. Baby? It's his mom. Her arms are wide open, and she's smiling so big, telling him it's just a bad dream. And he runs to her, and at this point he's sobbing. He's clinging to her like he's 6 years old again. And for a second, he feels warm, safe. He's home. He glances over her shoulder, and he sees in the mirror down the hall that that's not his mom. In the reflection, it's the void. Tall, faceless, arms wrapping around him, grinning like it just found your OnlyFans. And it whispers,
I will have your soul.
He jerks back, and he's hugging nothing. Just freezing air. His mom's face peels into static, her smile splitting too wide. And then he's screaming. And just like that, he's back in the hallway. His friends screaming at him, shaking him violently. But in the mirror, he's still there. Still trapped. Still wrapped in that thing's arms. With that grimacing smile. Ethan, where were you? I don't know. I was at my childhood home and my mom was there, except it wasn't my mom. It was that thing. Just then the house starts to rattle, like it's coming to life, like this thing is fucking pissed. There's flies swarming around the mirror and there's this fucking awful stench. And all of a sudden, everything stops and goes silent. And then it happens. The mirror cracks. And the crack is massive. It's not just a subtle, little crack in the corner. This thing cracks all the way across. And not only that it's cracked, but something is bulging, like something's pushing through. The air drops like they're in a fucking freezer at this point. And the smell of rot is so overwhelming that Lexi starts getting sick physically. Flies are fucking everywhere, like I said. It's like fucking Fear Factor hell up in here. It starts coming through. The void. It's not a man. It's a man-shaped hole in reality. There it is, standing in front of the mirror. With that smile. That evil fucking smile. And that's when shit gets real crazy. People start getting thrown, slammed into the walls. Ethan's lifted by his throat. Their skin is starting to blister from frostbite because of how cold it is. Bite marks appearing out of nowhere, and that fucking laughter. Jason grabs a chair and throws it at the mirror, and it does absolutely nothing. Lexi grabs the nearby lamp in the hallway and throws it. Nothing. The black void just swallows it. Knocked on the ground, Ethan finds a mug, his favorite mug from childhood, picks it up and throws it as hard as he fucking can. It goes through the black void and shatters the mirror. The glass explodes and it's deafening. The void shrieks, gets sucked back in, and then silence. They don't pack. They don't grab shit. They look at each other, grab hands, and fucking run. Out the door and into the dark night. For what seemed like miles, they ran. They ran as fast and as hard as they could, until eventually ending up at their childhood park, which is technically their safe space, right? They all sit down on the bench, out of breath. Fuck. We almost died back there, guys. Talk about trauma bonding, am I right? Shut the fuck up, Jason, Lexi smirks. As they're sitting there collecting themselves, the silence of the night falls around them. And then, that creepy-ass swing moves. There's no wind or anything, but it's moving, just creaking back and forth. And then, the flies come. They're crawling on the fucking swing chains, the chairs, they're swarming them, and the air stinks of rot again. In the trash can next to the bench, a freshly painted smile, grimacing at them all. It's too wide and too fresh. And across the park, there's a flickering street light. And then they all see it, standing there. Tall, thin, blacker than the night, grinning at them. The void didn't die in the mirror. It was released. And once something like that follows you, it never leaves. Alright, y'all. That was Season 1, Episode 1, The Black Void. So we did it. Here we are. You made it this far. Congrats. You are officially a part of my fairy cult. But we don't have robes or, anything like that. It's just trauma. This season, we've got some amazing haunted houses, killer urban legends, and fucked up dreams. And probably some jokes that'll get me banned from Apple Podcasts, but we'll see. So be sure to subscribe, share it, and scream at your neighbor's window at 3 a.m. if that's what you want to do. Whatever. I'm Tanner Bell, and this has been Tales from the Fairy. And remember, don't open crawl spaces, don't trust swings, and if your mirror shows something that it shouldn't be, honey, fucking run. Good night, y'all. Sleep if you can.